Hello and welcome. As always, my name is Will, and today we've got a roundup of the weekend's releases for you to look at. So let's jump straight in, shall we? First up, we've got Pointy Elves, or Lumineth Realm Lords, which I still struggle with remembering the name of that. Pointy Elves, I think they will always be for me. They've got a cool new box set that was released. It had a very nice trailer. I don't collect Sigmar. I'm not particularly interested in these guys, although this guy, I do keep thinking would make a cool Catan conversion, this hollow armour. Look at it. Oh, it could be so interesting. I can imagine putting like tendrils of sort of green and Necron energy, like lightning arcing between his body parts. That'd be pretty cool. I might have to get one of those when they sell it separately. Yeah, so new Pointy Elves, and they gave us a little release of some of their rules. Cool, if you like that sort of thing. As I say, I'm not a Sigmar player, so it doesn't do that much for me. Blood Bowl, I don't play this either, but you know, another cool character for Blood Bowl. It's nice that it's getting support, and it does have quite a good player base. Nice quick games from what I understand. One little gripe I did want to point out is, are you a fan of these new sliding graphics? It's a bit weird to me. It's a bit jarring to be scrolling down a page full of information and have it freeze while it scrolls through a picture and then carry on. Not too sure about that. Anyway, the model's quite nice. You know, it's clearly very fantasy-esque. It's not very... well, when I was going to say realistic, but you know what I mean. If you compare it to the... is it the Sylvaneth? The Treants and stuff like that. It's not really the same style, it wouldn't fit in there at all. But it's a cool little model. It looks like he's got an American football player sort of helmet guard there for his jaw. That looks pretty cool, I've only just noticed that. Yeah, it's a cool little model. They painted him up in a couple of styles. Or is he different characters? Yeah, this one seems to have a crown and a helmet. This one's just got the face guard and the angry squirrel, which is a nice little feature. I like that. Cool. So moving on, we've got some Wordbearers Praetors. These are really cool. I particularly like this one. I like the Wordbearers armour anyway, covered in little symbols. But his head is creepy. It's like a Fabius Bile head stitched together from other people's skin sort of look. It's really creepy, is that? It's not a named character as far as I'm aware. No, they're just Praetors, so these are nameless sort of company captains or equivalent. But yeah, that is a very nice model. The Terminator I'm not as keen on. I think that's just representative of Terminator armour for me. I'm not a huge fan of the Terminator armour look. But the fire's cool, the candles on the shoulder, very nice. I've been 3D printing my own little candles to add to models for that very reason. They look particularly good on Sisters of Battle models, just as a little hint there. But yeah, very cool. Might have to pick that up as a painting project. I wonder if these are going to be a set. Don't think it says, does it? No. But yeah, might pick one of those up. So moving on, we've got some stuff for the Middleearth strategy battle game. We've got a new book, Quest of the Ring Bearer. I've only dabbled a little bit in the basics of this game. I've got a couple of companies that I've painted up. I would like to play more, but I don't really follow the books. I don't really know what the new book is. Just having a scan through here. Just updated rules. What's more, you'll be able to forge your own fellowship from your favourite characters. Can I remember what if Simon was his wizard? Okay. Interesting scenarios, it sounds like. And a couple of cool new Ranger models to go along with it. They do point out they're based on a couple of the actors or extras from the films. Which, are these the guys that captured them with Faramir in or near Osgiliath? I want to say. I've got a friend who's very into Lord of the Rings and he'll be screaming at the screen right now. Just, no, it's these guys. I'm sure he'll correct me on those. But yeah, they're very nice models. He'll be picking those up for sure. Oh, I kind of want to start a Rangers company now. Damn it, Games Workshop. So moving on, we've got the Angels of Death in Space trailer. It was a really cool trailer. I'll let you watch that in your own time. I'm a little worried. Oh, again, they've got these big, long sliding graphics. Anyway, but I'm a little worried about the art style. Is this the style of the whole thing, or is this just dramatic for the trailer? This really heavily contrasted Sin City style. All the red is picked out bold and vibrant, and everything else is really dark. And is that the style of the whole thing? Is that how it's going to be? Because that's a little bit off-putting to me. It is cool. It looks amazing. I really support the work that they're doing. You know, I want to see more. I would love to see more of this kind of thing. I'm just maybe the art style's not quite for me, but you'll have to let me know what you think about it. I'm awaiting with bated breath, though. So moving on, they gave us a couple of new images of other things that they're doing. Did they name this one? They didn't name this one, no. But this is clearly a Sisters of Battle. Nice sort of bloody hair effect, scars on the face, fleur-de-lis tattoo under the eye. Almost looks like blood or fire raging in the eyes there. So that, I'm sure that promises to be good. And then lastly, we've got a little demo of a Space Marine. Safe Space Marine head there. It doesn't specifically say. And here's something else to look at now. But that's pretty cool, you know. It's good. I'm glad that they're moving into animation and live action stuff. I'm very excited for the Inquisitor series, whatever the name of that was. Is that coming to Netflix? I don't know. I'm just rambling to myself now. So moving on, we've got a little giant tease, and I actually pointed this out from they teased it back in January. Was it the LVO releases? But anyway, I'll put a link up at the top to my other video. During the Zote trailer, do you remember they were all sat around a table and they were all going, "Oh, what should we do next?" And one person said, "Pointy Elves and Sisters of Battle," and you know, that's great, but we've already done those. And then somebody said, "Sons of Bearmat," or Beermat, a mat for your beer. And they brushed it off as a you know, just a one-off line, and you know, that's just a myth. That's not really happening. But yeah, so I actually pointed that out back then. And they teased the giants. So they got a cool little trailer for that. So we'll see that soon. That's basically Age of Sigmar version of Knights. I'm quite excited about that. Not necessarily going to pick them up, although it's tempting, isn't it? So many ideas. You could use them for 40k Knights. That'd be pretty cool. So many ideas. Mind just runs away with you. So moving on, Psychic Awakening Pariah is the next book after the Spider one. So this would be in 3 books' time, because we've got Engine War coming out soon, or supposedly coming out soon. Depends on the release schedule with all the problems going on at the moment. And then it's Spider War, and then it'll be Pariah. So it's really interesting. We get models for the Demonifuge, I want to say. Demonifuge? Demon Fudge? Demon Fudge, I think, is a better name. It's a pretty cool model, based on the graphic novels they were saying. Graphic, whatever it was. Where is it? Yeah, graphic novels, they call them. Written years back, 20 years old or something. It's a cool model. The hair isn't quite my style. It's a little bit sort of Goku Super Saiyan style for me. But apart from that, it's a cool model. It's a dynamic pose. It's an interesting character to get. Probably pick that up, especially if these guys come as a pair. Flipping it. Her Solitaire, sort of friend. I've not actually read the book myself, but I might have to get these. In fact, I think they do. Where is it? I think they have redone it, so I might be picking that up. Yeah, it's an impressive model. And the Solitaire's cool as well. I really like the sort of square, sort of stepping out of the webway, this other place. Really weird. It's like sort of almost digitized place that they're stepping out of. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so if these guys come as a pair, I will definitely be picking those up. I'll probably pick both of them up anyway, even if they don't. So, yeah, very nice. And it's nice to see some old fluff sort of updated and well, not necessarily updated, but brought together in one nice place for modern people to buy without having to go digging for really old PDFs and that kind of thing. Nice. This was a little interesting. They've said that Deathwatch and Harlequins are getting some Psychic Awakening updates in White Dwarf. Now, firstly, this says to me these two forces are not going to be in any of the Psychic Awakening books. And I think they're telling us now because it seems, or they're trying to make it seem like, oh look, and here's some bonus stuff we've given you. So it's a more positive spin. Whereas if they released all the books and then in a few months' time people said, oh, but what about Deathwatch and Harlequins? And they said, oh, here's a bit in White Dwarf. It's sort of like here's an added extra that we forgot about. You know, we didn't do anything for these guys. So, little bit of a negative spin on it there. I think it's quite easy to see that this is just an addition for forces that they didn't put in. But it's not a bad thing. You know, it's still bonus rules for a couple of forces, and we can play them soon. I'm not sure which White Dwarf it's going to be in, but I'll be looking for, because I actually have a small force of each of these. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they get. And then lastly, they've done a little offer for virtual vouchers on the store. So if you buy 50 quid's worth, you get an extra £5. If you buy 100, you get a tenner on top, etc. Or your local currency equivalent. They keep pointing out. There it is, a local equivalent. You know, very nice. I'm not too sure if you can actually spend it just yet, because whilst you might be able to place orders on Games Workshop, obviously all the production and everything's closed down at the moment. I don't think they're shipping. I don't think they're doing anything. You might be able to use them for digital products, absolutely fine. But yeah, it's just something to bear in mind, that they're sort of giving you cash back on these, but you might not be able to actually redeem them just yet. It's sort of a way of supporting them, though. You know, this is a company that we all love. We base our livelihoods around it, some of us. So, you know, it's a good way to show just a little bit of support. We're giving them a bit of cash in hand. They're going to give us a bit of cash back later on for supporting them, sort of thing. So, yeah, go and pick some of those up if you want. It's a good way of getting them a bit more value out of your money. And they've got the next preview coming on April the 18th, which is a couple of weeks away. But that's all we've got today. It's quite a lot. It's a big release, isn't it? Lots of stuff. Yeah, want that. Potentially want those for a 40k Giants army, which is just a bizarre idea. Want more of these. Want more of these. These series are going to be amazing. And not only that, it's going to put Warhammer more in the general public's consciousness, if you know what I mean. It's going to make it more accessible to your average person, which can only be a good thing, I think. More Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah, I do want that the more I look at it. Very nice Praetor model. Not too keen on the Blood Bowl or these guys, except for that's definitely a Catan. Come on. Floating armour. You can imagine a couple of scarabs on the base trying to reassemble him, or you know, something like that. That'd be a cool project. And there we go. So thank you very much for listening. As always, you can click a couple of links in the description below if you want to help out the channel. But apart from that, stay healthy, stay well, and goodbye.